welcome to anyone and everyone who's decided to watch this video. Today, it's finally time. I am rambling on about the Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Alpha Trion. Oops. Here he is in his space shuttle mode, and yeah, it's interesting. I've heard this is based off concept art of what they wanted his vehicle mode to be in the IDW comics, but they never had him transform in those. I don't know how true that is. I've never seen any of that art. If it is, then that's pretty cool. And overall, it's not a bad looking spaceship, but yeah, these wings don't really stay in at all. They basically just, that little tab there is supposed to go into that hole, and they're very easy to knock out. Not really much going on here at the bottom, and you can clearly see his arms here and his head tucked away in the back. I do like the shimmer of what is clearly some of this metallic silver paint covered by that red plastic for the cockpit. That's pretty neat. I do like that. Overall, it's an okay spaceship, but, well, I knew I was going to have to say this. It's nowhere near as cool as the Lion. Lion Alpha Trion Superiority. I have to say it. This figure, it's alright. It's not bad, but I definitely think Titans Return Alpha Trion is still the ultimate Alpha Trion toy. I mean, come on. How can you not love a big red Robo Lion with a horn on its head, a fire tail, and another lion head on its back? Come on. This is so much more interesting, so much more cool. It gives Alpha Trion so much extra personality as an ult mode. It's wonderful. And you're saying, well, I like the spaceship mode. I like the idea of Alpha Trion as a spaceship. To that I say, this one also has a spaceship mode. Voila, here it is. You got it if you really want it. And yeah, I still think Titans Return is the superior Alpha Trion. I knew I was going to think this. I'm really liking Age of the Primes. I think it is a big step up from the current Transformers team, but they still have not reached the wonder of Titans Return when it comes to our no media collectors first toy lines for Transformers. Titans Return still on top, as it has been, as it will probably always be for a very long time. But yeah, this new one's alright though. It's a pretty fun spaceship. There's not really much you can do with it other than have the wings flop down. And also, the instructions don't really say where his accessories are supposed to be stored in this mode. I don't know if there is anywhere to put them. I mean, you can plug the Covenant into any of the 5mm ports he has all over him, but the Quill, I guess you can do that, even though it'll definitely still fall through him if you don't put it in at the right angle. Yeah, there's like really nowhere to store this thing. So yeah, spaceship mode, pretty lackluster. It looks alright. It's by no means the worst spaceship Transformers has ever done, but it's not that interesting. Not as good as Titans Return. Just, it's not. So, let's get to that robot mode. And here he is in his almost complete robot mode, but his heels, at least on my copy, are very hard to get out. Like, sometimes I gotta try taking an accessory from somebody and see if I can wedge it in there to get them out. They're some of the tightest things I have seen on a Transformer in a while. So, there we go. Kind of grip it out, see if that'll work for the other one. There we go. So now he is standing up, and we can readjust the camera to his scale, assuming the camera does not fall over. And yeah, there he is. He is based off one of his many animation models from the cartoon. I mean, he really only had 3. But this is how he looked like in War Dawn, when the Aerobots went back in time and discovered the origins of Optimus Prime. And, yeah, it looks okay. I mean, it is actually a pretty decent representation of how he looked in that episode of the show. But, the arms, like, they're long. They're very long. They look weird on him. And they're also maybe a bit too bulky as well. Or maybe it's just the shoulders too low. Like, something really feels off with these arms. And I didn't address this yet, but you can remove his little cap spike things to give him weapons or weaponizer junk if you want. And he comes packaged with those separated, so make sure to get those out of the box for him, just so you can complete the look. This really isn't the look I think of with Alpha Trion, though, when it comes to G1. I don't really think of the War Dawn look. In fact, until this toy was revealed, I don't think I even noticed that his animation model in War Dawn was different than from the Search of Alpha Trion, but okay. It's an interesting take. I guess if we really needed every Alpha Trion that's been on screen ever, then it's nice to see that we got this one. It'd be nice to get the A-Free design at some point, I guess. Accessory-wise, his wings can fold up and be hung off his butt, but he's really supposed to have them as a shield, and you can basically fold them up like this way so that the hollow parts aren't the parts being shown off, and plug it into his arm. It's a interesting idea. I do like the look of it as some kind of weird sci-fi weapon thingy, because it's almost got like a claw on the end of it, but I'm pretty sure it's just supposed to be a shield. His jet roof kind of hangs off the back to give him a bit of a cape look, I guess. It's not that amazing. His neck joint is the weirdest thing ever, because you're probably noticing that little gap there. He can go like this. Why does he need to look like that? I don't know. It's a really weird decision. I'm not the biggest fan of that. And his Autobot symbol is supposed to be removable, which is a thing he did in an episode. It's really tight on mine. I've heard other people have had an easy time with it, and, well, I can't really get him to hold it in a way that looks right. He's got the articulated fingers that keep being a thing on Voyagers now. But, look, and the hand just went back in. He really doesn't seem to be able to hold it that well, though. If I try to put it in between the fingers, it just falls out. And if I put it with the 5mm peg, well, it's too short to make it past the giant purple plastic of his arm. So I can't really get him to hold it. I guess I could plug it into his arm if I wanted. Have him do that. But, yeah, this is just gonna stay in his belly for now and forever, probably. And as for his other accessories, he does have the Covenant of Primus, and like we were promised, it has multiple pages. It's kind of hard to see because of the clear red plastic, but this side has like the tape recorder stuff in it that reminds me of the original depiction of the Covenant from Beast Wars. It's got a little picture of what I assume is meant to be Cybertron right there. And then this other page has Cybertronian text, and I believe that is the Power of the Primes symbol for Alpha Trion, because every relic is supposed to have the Power of the Primes symbol, and I don't memorize the Transformers alphabet, so I don't know what that is saying. But you can have him hold it with the millimeter peg, have him have the book. He can't really hold it in an organic way because he doesn't have wrist swivels, but you can have him hold the book. You can kind of have him hold the quill that he comes with, because it looks like this part here, this cylinder, is a 5mm peg, but it's not. It's not going into his hand properly, so you gotta tuck it in like this and close the hand around it, and sometimes he holds it well, sometimes it flops right out, and you can try to make it look like he's writing in the book, but again, he doesn't really have the proper arm movement to hold it in a fully organic way to make it look like he's actually writing anything. So, yeah, overall, he's a little kind of lackluster. Just a bit of a set piece, really, for the sake of completing the 13. So if this Alpha Trion speaks to you, I guess it's the one you should get, but let's be honest, Titan's Return is better. Like, just look at this guy. He's bigger, he's cooler, he's way more vibrant. He's got an awesome flame sword. Even the fact that my copy, and I'm pretty sure the majority of these, have broken springs for this weird Voyager extra head stuff gimmick Titan's Return did. Yeah, his springs have been broken since the day I got him. Actually, I've never been able to get this thing put down, but even still, I definitely think this is the superior Alpha Trion toy. But this is the one we got for Age of the Primes. I mean, we knew we were going to have to get a new one, because the whole point of this line is to give us a complete 13. So we got one, and it's not bad. I'm glad to see he's an original mold, but Titan's Return, definitely better. And before we close this out, let's compare this new guy to the rest of the family that we have gotten so far. We got Prima in here. Let's see what order we want to do this. Big Boy Megatronus in the back. Vector Prime in here. Honestly, I'm more disappointed with Vector Prime than Alpha Trion. But I think I have more fun with this Vector Prime. I'm gonna be real with that. Alchemist, I love Alchemist. And Solus. There we go. We got the 6. They're here together. We are getting further along with the primes. 6 of the 13 or the 12, because Star Convoy is maybe one of them. I mean, I have Star Convoy. I could bring him in, but he's so big, he's not going to fit. So that's why I'm not bringing him in. And I'm still hoping we'll get a retool of like the actual 13th that is not Optimus Prime from that figure. But we'll see. We'll see. So here's Alpha Trion with the other primes, and yeah, they do look good together. They look good together, but I still prefer this Alpha Trion. Yeah, so overall, yeah, he's an okay toy, just not the definitive Alpha Trion, I'd say. So I think I've rambled on enough here. Thank you all for watching, and see you guys around.
Hey guys, it's your favorite Cool Cat Cheetor, here to tell you that if you want to be a cool cat too, then you should consider subscribing to this channel so you can get more fun videos to enjoy. See you around!